Hello and welcome back to Humans and Society. This video focuses on the topic Buddhism under the subject Introduction to World Religions and Belief Systems. The two types of Buddhism that will be discussed in this video are Theravada Buddhism and Mahayana Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism claims to adhere most closely to the original doctrines and practices taught by the Buddha. The Theravadins accept as authoritative the Pali Canon of ancient Indian Buddhism and trace their sectarian lineage back to the elders, who followed in the tradition of the senior monks of the first Buddhist Sangha, or community. The ideal of Theravada Buddhism is the Arhat, or perfected saint, who attains enlightenment as a result of his own efforts. Theravadins profoundly revere the historical Buddha as a perfected master, but do not pay homage to the numerous Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that are worshipped in the Mahayana. Theravada Buddhists insist that Gautama, both as Siddhartha and the Buddha, was a man, not a god or myth or legend, and was subject to the same pain and suffering as other humans, but sought a transcendent state beyond human life. They say the Buddha took a vow eons ago under the first Buddha to pursue the enlightenment on his own, and was reincarnated hundreds of times in that quest before he became a Buddha. They view his death as such a complete break from material existence that he is so free from the human world that he no longer exists. According to Theravada Buddhism, there are 31 planes or forms of beings, 6 floors of heaven, and 7 floors of hell. The most effective way to work actively to improve one's karma is to earn merit. Any act of benevolence or generosity can gain merit for the doer. Earning merit is an important aspect of Buddhist life. Theravadan Buddhists aspire to nirvana, or a perfect state of enlightenment. Nirvana comes with a recognition that the ego, or the self, is an illusion that causes us and others pain and suffering. For Theravadins, attainment of nirvana ends a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, characterized by this pain and suffering. Theravadins believe that the path to nirvana lies in arhat, or becoming a perfected being. This path requires rigorous practice and is undertaken only by becoming a monk and passing through the following 4 stages. Stage 1, Sotapanna, meaning one who enters the stream, a person who realizes that he or she lives under an illusion and catches a glimpse of the true path. Stage 2, Sakadagamin, meaning one who returns once, a person who has shed many of his attachments to worldly things and who will only have to be reborn once more before he can achieve nirvana. Stage 3, Anagami, meaning one who never returns, a partially enlightened person who will not return to the human world after death, but exists among other partially enlightened beings. And stage 4, Arhat, meaning one who is worthy, an enlightened one who will never again be reborn. Most Theravada monks live as part of monastic communities called a sangha. Some join as young as 7, but one can join at any age. A novice is called a samanera, and a full monk is called a bhikkhu. Monks undertake the training of the monastic order, which consists of 227 rules. Within these rules are 5, which are undertaken by all those trying to adhere to a Buddhist way of life. The 5 precepts are to undertake the rule of training, to refrain from harming living beings, refrain from taking what is not freely given, refrain from sexual misconduct, refrain from wrong speech such as lying, idle chatter, malicious gossip, or harsh speech, and refrain from intoxicating drink and drugs which lead to carelessness. Of particular interest is the fact that Theravadan monks and nuns are not permitted to eat after midday or handle money. Meditation is impossible for a person who lacks wisdom. Wisdom is impossible for a person who does not meditate. A person who both meditates and possesses wisdom is close to nirvana. The Theravada tradition has two forms of meditation: samatha, or the calming meditation, and vipassana, or the insight meditation. The Tripitaka, or the Three Baskets, are a collection of teachings of Theravada Buddhism written down in Sri Lanka during the 1st century CE. They are also known as the Pali Canon. The three sections are the Vinaya Pitaka, or the Code for Monastic Life. This contains the rules followed by Buddhist monks and nuns who recite the 227 rules twice a month. The Sutta Pitaka, or the teachings of the Buddha. This contains the whole of Buddhist philosophy and ethics. It includes the Dhammapada, which contains the essence of Buddha's teaching, and the Abhidhamma Pitaka, or supplementary philosophy and religious teachings. The texts have remained unaltered since they were written down. Buddhist monks in the Theravada tradition consider it important to learn sections of these texts by heart. Although these texts are accepted as definitive scriptures, non-Buddhists should understand that they do not contain divine revelations or absolute truths that followers accept as a matter of faith. They are tools that the individual tries to use in their own life. Mahayana Buddhists believe they can achieve enlightenment through following the teachings of the Buddha. The goal of a Mahayana Buddhist may be to become a bodhisattva, and this is achieved through the 6 perfections. Compassion is very important in Mahayana Buddhism. Therefore, bodhisattvas choose to stay in the cycle of samsara to help others achieve enlightenment as well as themselves. About a century after the life of the Buddha, the Sangha split into 2 major factions. This split is called the Great Schism. The reasons for the split are not entirely clear, but most likely concerned a dispute over the Vinaya Pitaka, or the rules for the monastic orders. The 2 major factions are called Mahasanghika of the Great Sangha and Stavira, or the Elders. Theravada Buddhism developed from the Stavira subschool. For some time it was thought Mahayana evolved from Mahasanghika, but more recent scholarship reveals a more complex picture. It appears that Mahayana has roots in several early schools of Buddhism, and somehow the roots converged. The historical Great Schism may have had little to do with the eventual division between Theravada and Mahayana. Mahayana is the Great Way. Mahayana teachings attract people whose primary motivation in life is to be useful to others, also known as the Bodhisattva attitude. The teachings and meditations of the Great Way aim to gradually increase compassion and wisdom. These Buddhist teachings spread chiefly through Northern Asia into Japan, Vietnam, China, Tibet, and Korea. For this reason, the Great Way schools are also known as Northern Buddhist schools. Their goal is to become not just liberated, but fully enlightened for the benefit of all. In Buddhism, compassion and wisdom go together. Practicing meditation regularly, we get more space in our mind and distance from difficult thoughts and feelings. This allows us to see that everyone has the same basic problems as us, and we strengthen our compassionate wish to try to do something to help others. When we act from compassion, focusing on others rather than ourselves, we get better feedback from the world. The disturbing emotions that we all have, like anger, pride, attachment, and jealousy, loosen their grip. where there is space that we don't instantly fill with our own concerns anymore, wisdom has a chance to appear spontaneously. Thus, wisdom and compassion grow and support each other on the path. The Buddha was special because he was the first person to attain full enlightenment in recorded history. But there is no essential difference between the Buddha and us. We all have a mind, and we can all attain liberation and enlightenment by working with our minds. Enlightenment is the ultimate goal in Buddhism. All positive qualities, especially joy, fearlessness, and compassion, are now fully perfected. Here our awareness is all-encompassing and not limited in any way. With no confusion or disturbance in our minds, we benefit others spontaneously and effortlessly. The word paramita means perfection or completeness. The Mahayana Buddhist texts contain many references to six paramitas or perfections of the character and understanding. To gain Buddhahood, a Buddhist must achieve both perfect compassion and perfect understanding. The six perfections offer a clear method of practicing these perfections. The six perfections are generosity or dana paramita, morality, sila paramita, patience, kisanti paramita, energy, virya paramita, meditation or dhyana paramita, and wisdom or prajna paramita. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti is a Buddhist chant to manifest peace of mind, body, and speech. The ideas discussed in this lesson are based on the content standards of the Department of Education. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.